Okay, here's my second half of a Tabebuia log that I'm cutting. This one I'm going to turn opposite side, so this will be the top, whereas on the previous one this flat side was the top. So it should be a totally different shape, but everything else will be almost the same, but it's upside down, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I think I got deep enough now. Obviously I'm going to have to remove some of this because that's going to hit the body of my chuck, but in any case I'm pretty close here. So I got to carve this away, the bark here, so that I can fit you can see that if I try to put this in, it's going to hit these guys, so I got to carve them out a little bit. As interest here, I'm not sure this bark is going to stay, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably put some kind of glue behind it, but we'll see. And this has got ants, so I'm going to microwave it a little bit. Okay, I'm going to start turning this. As you can see, it's I had to slope it a little bit, so there's maybe an inch and a half of protrusion, or out of flat there. And so we'll see what's going on. About 400 RPM now. Okay, I want to machine this in more. What I might do is I might lose some of this dark area, because this side's relatively high, but this side doesn't look good, and even if I sand this, it looks so. And this, I guess, is kind of low, so I've got to come in a bit more to get some size on it. So I'll get rid of some of this. Chipping away. See right there, big chunk in there. I'm not going to be able to replace that, so we'll see what happens. But I'm probably going to make this smaller. Well, it looks to me like I don't want to take this in too much farther, so this area here is just going to be a chip out. I think it'll still look good. As you can see, it's very rough. I'm going to be sanding off quite a bit, because it's just so soft it tears out. You can see the wood is pretty damp here. I can feel it. This is definitely cool. There's a lot of areas where the wood is soft, so it's moist. But overall, I think this is close to what I want. I feel this has got to get rounded off a little bit. Anyway. Well, that's it for now. I'm going to microwave this a little bit. We'll see what that does to it. Obviously, this is pretty wet. It's tearing out because it's damp and soft. And now I've got these pretty good sized cracks here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'll probably end up doing sawdust and CAD. But I want to dry it out some first. Okay, I'm getting ready to turn this. I am going to take all this stuff off. I guess I'm going to try putting that bark back on, so maybe I'm going to do that before I start turning. Okay. Well, I gave up on putting the bark back on. It would go, but it would take so much work. So I decided I'm just going to live with the natural edge instead of the live edge.
Okay, I've turned this around and I'm going to hollow this out. My intent is to make a thin walled bowl. I don't do that very often, so I mean it's thin somewhere, but in this case I should be able to thin it out everywhere around here. So we'll see what happens. Okay, you can see that I've added sawdust super glue into all the little cracks that were in this starting to propagate. Most of them are very small, so they won't be bad. I'm going to take off this with this 55-degree swept back bowl gouge and use it as a scraper, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, here's another Tabebuia bowl. This is the second half of a split log. This is pith down, and the previous bowl was pith up. So this has the natural edge on the top. The bark wouldn't stay on, so I didn't end up with a live edge. There's a lot of grain in the Tabebuia. It's a tropical tree that grows here, particularly on the island and around. Lately, we haven't had a freeze in a few years, so they have gotten pretty big, even in areas which you wouldn't have expected them to. But it's about 8.5 inches across, or 9, and then about 3.5 inches tall at the highest spot. Here's the other bowl, just quickly to show it there. Let me move it around, but you can see that's pith up. And so that's what I got. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe for more with similar wood turnings. Please comment and I should respond. I make a video about every 2 to 3 weeks, which is farther apart than I used to do.